Hey, my name's Alan, and welcome to Modern Musicology. I'm recording this in November of 2021, and for KISS fans, that means that this month, is the 30th anniversary of the passing of Eric Carr, one of my absolute heroes, both as a drummer and as a person. So I've got a longer video that I'm working on coming up in a couple of weeks, but I thought I would do a really quick kind of top 10 favorite Eric Carr tunes. So let's get started with that. What I did with this is I wanted to highlight not just KISS songs, but I wanted to, and not even as a drummer, but I wanted to sort of feature Eric the songwriter. So all of these songs are ones that Eric either wrote or co-wrote. So let's jump into it. So at number 10, we have a song that was featured on the first posthumous solo album that was released by Eric's family called Rockology. The song is called Nightmare. And if you've heard Rockology, then you know this tune. It is, first of all, it's unfinished. And that's how good this song is. It's not a finished track, but it is just an incredibly powerful song. It's sort of a mid-tempo, heavy rocker. And he's got, the music is done, the arrangement is done. He's got a really great chorus, a fantastic melody, but no actual lyrics. So he hums and sort of scats along through the song. But holy cow, what a great tune this is. And had this been finished, what a powerful track. And I think that this song really goes a long way to demonstrate what a talent Eric Carr was, and that, what a crime it was that he didn't get more songs onto KISS albums. So number 10 is Nightmare from Rockology. At number 9 is a song from Crazy Nights, which is an album that a lot of KISS fans don't really love, but I love. I think it's a great, great album. Okay, the production's a bit, too polished and a bit shimmery, but I absolutely love the album. And from that album is a track that Eric and Bruce worked on together called No, No, No. It went through a couple of different permutations under different titles, and eventually they settled on what we have on the album, turned it over to Gene. Gene wrote lyrics and sang it, of course. But man, I love this song. It's a smoking track. It features some of the best lead guitar work that Bruce ever did on a KISS album. Just a powerhouse of a song. They didn't perform it live very much. In fact, they didn't play it when I saw them on that tour, which is a shame, but I know they played it at other places. But anyway, so No, No, No from Crazy Nights is number 9. At number 8, we're going all the way back to the very first Eric Carr album, that being Music from the Elder, which came out in 81. So, hey, 40th anniversary for Music from the Elder. That's pretty awesome. And I was really excited at the time that he got a couple of songwriting credits on his very first album. And one of those is a song called Under the Rose, which is just amazing. It really gives you the imagery of, monks chanting in sort of a Gothic cathedral. And it's the point in the story where the chosen one is being sent on his quest. And I just absolutely love the song. I would really love to know what Eric's involvement was in the songwriting process of that song. Like, what was it that he contributed that got him the songwriting credit? But either way, it's a terrific track from an album that I really love. I know it's divisive, but I think The Elder is a fantastic album and one of my favorite KISS albums. So there you go. Crazy Nights and Elder. 2, not top tier albums, but ones that I absolutely love. Number 7 is another song from Eric's solo albums called Just Can't Wait. It was first featured as an instrumental demo on Rockology, and then was featured with a completed version with lyrics and vocals and everything on the second album that his family released, which was Unfinished Business. It's just a fantastic song, and got a really uplifting message. And I think that's what Eric was all about, was uplifting. You know, he was such a positive guy and always wanted to inspire other people, especially his fans. And so I think that this song really makes me think of who Eric was as a person. So number 7, Just Can't Wait. Number 6 is from one of my favorite Kiss albums, Lick It Up, and it's All Hell's Breaking Loose. This is a song that Eric was the lead writer on. It was an idea that he developed and he brought into the band. And when Paul got hold of it, he sort of transformed it a bit. And from what's been said, Eric was not happy with the way that Paul developed the song, and particularly the use of rap in the verses. But he also acknowledged that, because Eric always had trouble getting songs onto Kiss albums, as we all know. And he says that had Paul not got involved in this song as heavily as he did, it would not probably have made it onto a Kiss album. So he's thankful for that. And the song is fantastic. I remember hearing it for the first time and being surprised by the spoken word part, rap. But it's such a great tune, so catchy, and one of my absolute favorite Eric Carr tunes. So number 6 is All Hell's Breaking Loose, and I saw Kiss perform that many times. Great tune. So number 5 is another one from that was originally released on Rockology, and it's sort of a power ballad, and it's called Somebody's Waiting. And holy smokes, what a great song this is. It's not just that it's a good song. It's the lyrics are so strong, and Eric's vocals are just incredible. And I think that this song really shows what a great singer he was. And like I was saying before, it's a shame that he did not get more songs onto Kiss albums, because I think he had an awful lot to contribute and was rarely given the chance to do so. And it's such a shame, because there was so much potential there that could have been developed and could have been nurtured by the rest of the band. And we all know how that story goes. And we know that there were other songs that Eric submitted for various albums, for Animalize and things like that, that didn't make it on. So we all know that there's potential for more songs to have made it onto Kiss albums. Dial L for Love, for instance. So anyway, but Somebody's Waiting is a really strong track, and one of the absolute best Eric vocals ever. So if you haven't heard Rockology, find it. It is so good, and that song is just baller. Number 4. Okay, this goes back to Creatures of the Night. And as everybody knows, the big surprise on that album was that there was co-writes by Jim Vallance and Bryan Adams, of all people, and War Machine is one of the songs that came out of that. You would never think to associate Bryan Adams with a song like War Machine, but there it is. But another song that came from that same period is one that Bryan ended up recording on his Cuts Like a Knife album that he and Jim co-wrote with Eric, and it's called Don't Leave Me Lonely. What a fantastic song. First of all, Cuts Like a Knife is a great album, and the title song is my favorite Bryan Adams song, but Don't Leave Me Lonely is just a killer track. 10 years ago, and this is the subject of the longer video that I'm planning, 10 years ago, I staged an Eric Carr tribute concert And one of the goals of that concert was to, like this countdown, is to feature Eric as songwriter. And I wanted to make sure that we included songs that he wrote that other artists recorded. And one of those was Don't Leave Me Lonely, which a friend of ours, Cinzia Porcino, sang and just did an amazing job on. And you'll see all that in the next video that I make. But so Don't Leave Me Lonely from Cuts Like a Knife, terrific song. And Brian sings it really well. And I would really love to have heard Eric record that or Kiss record that. I mean, great track. So up in our top three, we have coming in at number 3 is a song that, going back again to The Elder, it's a song that Eric and Ace worked on together that resurfaced years later as Car Jam on the Revenge album. And Ace recorded on the first Fraley's Comet album as Breakout. Phenomenal song. And it is one of the absolute highlights of that first Fraley's Comet album. And it's fun because when you see Ace in concert, he usually, I don't think he played that on this past tour, but usually plays it and almost always dedicates it to Eric when he plays it. And that's always really special, but just an incredible song, an amazing arrangement. The lyrics are killer. And again, a song that was developed by Ace and Eric, which could have ended up on The Elder, but musically, I just don't know that it would have fit that well. But at least it saw the light of day later on when, Ace forms his own band and is pulling material that he worked on before. And here's that song and finished it. And it turned out to be an amazing track. So thanks, Ace, for remembering that song. Coming in at number 2, we have a song that goes back to Rockology. It was a finished demo that Eric did and recorded a couple of different vocal tracks for it. And it first appeared on Rockology, as I said. It was then later redone for Unfinished Business with a new musical arrangement and drums performed by John Humphrey of Seether, who's a big Kiss fan and a big Kiss collector, actually. The song is called Eyes of Love, and it's just an amazing song. I don't know if that's one that Eric submitted to Kiss or not. If not, I wish he had, and I wish they had done it because it is a spectacular song, and Eric's vocals on it are just incredible. The version that was done secondarily for Unfinished Business used a different vocal take than what was on the original release on Rockology. Both are great. I think I prefer the original better, the finished demo that Eric did. But both versions are just fantastic. It's a powerful song. And that comes in at the number 2 spot. Okay, so before we get up into our number 1 spot, let me do a couple of honorable mentions. First one is another unfinished track, a demo of Eric's called Mad Dog, which, like Nightmare, was a finished musical arrangement, a complete melody, an incredibly catchy chorus, but no lyrics yet. So he sort of hums and scats along with to the melody that he's come up with. And holy shit, what a good song. That should have been on a Kiss album, without a doubt. Just an incredible tune. We also have Escape from the Island from The Elder, an instrumental that Ace and Eric developed together. Great tune with some really good lead playing by Ace. Under the Gun from Animalize, a song that Mark St. John really shines on, plays some great guitar stuff on it. And an odd one, but a song from a Wendy O. Williams solo album called Wow, cleverly. And it's a song called Ain't None of Your Business, which Eric wrote, and Gene played on and produced. And that Wendy O. Williams album is almost like a surrogate Kiss album, because Gene produced it and plays on it. Eric wrote a song for it and plays drums on a different track. Paul plays on it. Ace plays on it. So it's basically a Kiss album under somebody else's name. But it's a great tune, and it's worth a look. The production is kind of awful, but fun tune, and it's worth a listen. So that brings us to the number one spot. And that is, of course, what else could it possibly be but Little Caesar from the Hot in the Shade album, the last album that Eric did with the band. So, after submitting songs to the band, he finally got one on a record that he wrote, took the lead on, sang, and made it onto the record. And what an incredible song. I mean, it is an almost perfect Kiss song. I love the Hot in the Shade album, but and I love a lot of the stuff on it, but Little Caesar is by far my favorite song on the album, not just because Eric wrote it and sang it. That does certainly help in its favor, but it's not just that. It's that it's such a solid tune, really great tune. You couldn't ask for better. And Kiss performed it like maybe 2 or 3 nights on that tour and then dropped it. What an absolute shame that is, that he didn't get featured more than, 2 or 3 nights with his own song. And of course, it wasn't long after that he got sick and passed away. So, absolute tragedy. But thankfully, he has all this music that he left behind as his legacy, not just Kiss tunes, but solo tunes and tunes that other artists recorded that preserves his memory. And I'm so thankful that we have all that. So coming up in my next video in a week or two, I will be talking about the tribute concert that I organized in 2011. The second one that I did in 2013, and a couple of other things. And so watch for those. Thanks for watching this. Hope you'll check out some of Eric Carr's music. You can find Rockology and Unfinished Business on Spotify, or you can order copies. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time, and rock on.